Another summer, so you know what that means. Another PFCon. This year was another great year. Awesome guests, amazing events. The venue was fabulous. It was off the chain. But, of course, that also means more exclusives. So, let's take a look. Let's start off with a quick review. So for 2017, we got Lighthouse. So just a small figure with some custom paint detailing on it. So, fun exclusive, pretty small, pretty simple. As well as some coasters and a comic. I think that was it. 2018 upped the bar with 2 exclusives larger than the previous one, plus the box with the comic and a couple of coasters again. And the box was completely redone, and they had stickers from Repro Levels, and the weapons are from Nanif. So really upped the bar from 2017 to 2018. Which brings us to 2019 set. Now we have 2 full deluxes plus more. The comic this year has also been expanded to 4 pages instead of the normal 2. And then the bios and stuff, which are awesome with some great art there. Great art by Nathan Davis there. Really pops, it's really cool. So let's dig into these guys and see what they're about. Before I open it, I would note that these have resealable packages, so how cool is that? That way you can open them up and still play with your toys. He's got his card. So here's Freezah's card. And so in this one, the idea is that the robot itself is kind of a mech that is driven by Freezah, or if we open up his chest, the Scalper Bot Elite Headmaster, as I think that's what that's called. And one of the biggest changes you'll notice right off from this year's set is that instead of just being completely painted, you actually have dyed parts. You can see lots of little green accents on top of the dye, as well as a silver paint, although I don't know if that was factory or what. I'm honestly not sure where all of these are sourced from. I know he mixed them all up. So the legs and the heads and faceplates from the parts have all been mixed around to make all the toys more unique than their original retail releases. And just like last year, these are put back into the package through the things, which is a real pain in the ass, I believe. But let me get this guy out and we'll take a look at him. Normally I just cut these, but since he didn't cut them, why should I cut them? Let's start off with the Headmaster. Pop it off. This is Freezah. You see here we got a sticker from Repro Labels for the Chicago flag, I believe it is. And there he is. And the dye is just so cool. It really worked well, and you can ask him all about it. He'll tell you all about it. It was quite a process to learn what does dye, what doesn't dye well, and just fitting that puzzle together. So here we have Freezah and just a lot of cool dye options going here. Obviously the main bot has been dyed purple. And we've got this interesting bronze effect that happened on these wingtips when they were dyed, assume this kind of pinkish reddish color. I suspect these are, I don't have the original toy out here with me. I wonder if these were dyed the same color and just left in at different lengths. And the legs kind of got this soft teal green lime color going on, as do the hands. See, they've been dyed as well. Then on the wings we got this hot neon green colors going on. It's pretty sweet. Looking on here, again, I believe these are the original paint apps that just looked awesome after they got dyed, with more green paint apps in here on the side. There's really tons of detail. As you might have seen on the box, there's more to that. And if you take off Freezah, install the Scalper Bot Elite. I don't know if the Elite is the combined mode or how he pictured that. Then in this form, tuck the hands in. Put his guns out. And now this is Scalper Bot Attack Mode. Dun dun dun! And again, we got even more just green highlights even down in the peg hole to really make even this mode stand out nicely with a little red there on the tip. More of that lime green, or it's almost like a really bright yellow. Oh, I gotta turn the legs around. Oh wait, no, sorry. Turn the waist around. There we go. And there he is in that mode. The guns, I don't know what's up with that. That's just some spare green that got on there, but typical guns, they're lightly dyed, kind of like the feet and the hands were, but obviously they were just kind of given like a splash of it. Just kind of giving them this little green hue to them. Next up we have Philswitch and P3. Man, I love the art on that. That grin is just wonderful. And just like the last one, it's resealable with little, sticky thingies. There's our Philswitch card. Start off here with P3. So you can see here, this is all dyed blue, and it just made it end up having really great colors. And it's called the Millennium Blaster after the Millennium Park in Chicago. So you can pop it out. There's some yellow highlights for the various gun bits, and pew pew. If we open it up, oh, and then of course the Chicago sticker. Open him up. Get P3 himself out, so you see he's got some nice yellow eyes in there, or gold maybe? With some red highlights around. Lots of little red highlights while all this has been dyed different shades of blue. And here we're getting to Philswitch, so let me wrestle this crap out. And here's Philswitch in his glory. Let's start with looking at his headmaster, not in the transector as the back of the box calls it. You see here again, I assume the blue is dye. And then the face itself, it's white with some red eyes in there. Guns are black guns. I don't know if that's the original color of them or not. I don't remember. Now onto the transector himself. And there's just a lot of interesting stuff going on here. It's all that different shades of blue and almost kind of blue-gray, dark gray going on with a lot of paint apps. See lots of, again, the Chicago red and light blue colors going on with the yellow here. Only complaint is the blue here needed another pass on mine, because you can see here how vibrant that is. This is a lot duller, and you can see some kind of spots coming through. I don't know if it got missed or what, but, customs, what are you going to do? Then the dragon head has nice yellow eyes, and there's a really cool effect here on the back, where you just put this bit of airbrush going on the wings of this light blue. Some more yellow highlights there. So here's Philswitch next to the original mold, and you can just see how drastically different it looks. I suspect the legs here are still black and the feet are still black, but he put so many paint apps on them that you can't tell. Even this here that's gray has been dyed a bit, and you can see it more from the top angle. But the back half is kind of bluish gray or whatever, but then the front half is not. I expect a lot of that was due to just what paint will and won't take dye. See there, the head there is actually Freezah's head. You see here comparing the two, you can see that from the heads they had just lots of different dye jobs going on there. Now if we look at Trigger Happy versus Freezah here, you can again see how the blue has went to purple and how those, the silver paint apps, how cool they looked after they got dyed, and the gold here. The gold here became this kind of deep bronze color. Just dyeing really kind of changed the game on here, because they're a lot less delicate. You can be a little more rough with them. They look really nice. I'm not sure if this is paint or dye. I believe it's dye, and I bet he held it in there until the dye took, and then he pulled it out, so he had to sit there holding it every time. Just a lot of detail and care went into these. They look phenomenal, but that's not all. There was also an attendee exclusive. If you pre-registered for the VIP package that had all the toys, you got this as well for free. Otherwise, you could buy extras at the show. You see here, it's dyed black with, highlights green and that airbrush splash there. And these are little scalper bots. Little scalper bot drones. The only negative part of dyeing is that you're basically melting the plastic, so you get sometimes some side effects, like the fact that I can't get this thing to hold a weapon to save my life. Oh, and before I forget, the attendee bonus also came with some Scalper Bot faction symbols. I don't know if I'll put them on or not. And so there we have it, the complete PFCon 2019 set with some, comic to the side. But these are all the toys, and it's just really outdone himself this year. And there's the entire crew together. And here they are in their alternate modes. As mentioned, dyeing is basically, let's melt the plastic until it takes color. So you might have some oddities in how it goes together, but Freezah / Scalper Bot Elite whatever thingy, this guy actually went together fine. A little bit, it was a little stuck together here, but no big deal. He came together pretty good. This mold, the tail is snapped together now, but it comes apart really easily, and these things I couldn't really get into position, but to be honest, I had that problem with the original mold as well. I don't know, this is not a good design back here, and it never was. So I don't know. It's not that critical to me. The rest of it went together fine, snapped together, and even though I'm unlikely to ever put them in this mode again, they do look sharp. Paul's really outdone himself this year. Just the addition of dyeing just really took the quality of the figures to a whole new level, along with from just a Titan Master or whatever the hell he called the little things, to the 2-pack, then to 2 deluxes, plus a Titan Master, plus the Scalper Bot as the little attendee exclusive guy. That's a lot of toys. Insane amount of toys. Very cool, especially for completely, handmade stuff. Just kind of wonder, how's it going to keep up in it every year after year? And well, back of the box might have a little clue on that. You notice here it goes through some previous ones, then we get down to some new ones. So here we have Diablin, which is, Mr. PF himself. There's the Starscream Voyager mold. Being a big Starscream guy, that makes sense for him, but that mold sucks. And then Grant Max with his trusty Tiki Torch. I don't think he's going to make 20 of these. I don't think it's going to happen. And then on the other one, we still have, previous exclusives that have come out until we get down to Trypticon, aka PadreCon. Get a feeling we're not going to get 20 of those either. So yeah, each year he's made, 17 and 17, 18 and 18. This year was 19 for 2019. Get the feeling at some point that gimmick will have to die out. But with the dye jobs, can't say that the earlier number you got, the better quality of figure you get. Not that any of them are necessarily miserable, but with dyeing it does warp it. So it does pay to get in early, which is I got slot 3, which is pretty nice. So you're asking, where can you get your own? Well, you can get them at, just kidding, you can't. A set recently sold on eBay for $200, but again, there's only 19 of these out there, so good luck. That's it for me. I'm tired of sweating under these damn lights. Later. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss future videos. Likes and subscribes really help me grow the channel. Follow me on Facebook to interact and see updates. Links in the description. Thanks again.